Hi, my name's Jade Heusen.
And my name's Brandon Lawrence, and we're both dancers with the Birmingham Royal Ballet. Today, as part of World Ballet Day, we're going to give you an insight into dancing with a partner.
The first thing you tend to learn at school, usually when you're about 15, 16, is just literally weight placement. First steps of dancing with a partner is the girl stood in fifth position, en face or to the front, and the boy taking it forward, back, side to side. And for the girl, it's very important to learn to allow him to do that, which you're not used to as we usually dance solo. You'll notice when I'm falling sideways, I'm not hinging at the waist. I'm keeping my whole body still and allowing Brandon to take the whole weight of the body. Same when I go forward, I'm not ginching at the hips, and when I go back, I'm not arching my back, keeping completely solid.
And from the male point of view, to keep the elbows in and the feet strong and well grounded, so you can control her each time.
There are a few types of pirouettes. In fact, there are many, but three of the sort of more common ones that you'll see in most classical ballets are the straightforward fourth position pirouette with the boy partnering at the waist, and then finger turn, where the girl literally is turning by holding on to the boy's finger. And the third is a whip turn, which is a very fast turn when pulling in.
Yeah, the straightforward pirouette is seen a lot, especially as solo dancers, but when it comes to partnering, you want to have her at arm's length away, because obviously she is going to a pirouette position, and you can't see her knee or her feet, as she most likely has a tutu in the classical ballets. The second pirouette that we showed you was a finger pirouette. Now, for the male dancer, myself, it's very important to present the female the whole time and be on her left side rather than straight behind her. These pirouettes can go wrong sometimes if fingers are slippy and palms are slippy from sweat and whatnot. So it's important for Jade to always push up and myself to push down, but keeping a loose grip as well. She's only on one point in a passe position, so she has a lot to handle as well as staying strong. So I need to be there for her. Also, when she does the pirouette on flat going around, anticipate the arm coming through for the finish position, rather than her going and then catching it at the last minute.
Promenades. Nutcracker pas de deux, you'll see this particular style of promenade, and it's important for the boy in this one to always make sure he's equidistant from the girl as he walks around. Because obviously, as you can see, if he's not, this is what happens.
Myself, I'm quite a tall dancer. If I was to be doing this with Jade, who's smaller than myself, I never want to have my arm on my level because it's making her almost reach up to it. I need to come down so she's comfortable in the promenade.
Comfortable, but also from an audience's point of view, it would cover the face and you lose the whole upper body. As well, it doesn't help the whole promenade because the girl also has her part to play. She has to keep her shoulder blades locked well in, her back muscles strong, and that firm grip with that nice shape going down from the shoulder. If it's too high, she can't engage those muscles, and the likelihood is she won't be able to balance as well.
Also, just from my point of view, if you are doing a Prince roll like this, a lower arm, it almost adds to the character rather than making you look small.
The first lift you generally get taught at school is a shoulder sit, and actually it's quite a big lift, and you see it in many ballets.
Yes.
It's quite interesting actually, because where in ballet we're trained constantly to have our core strong, to keep our bottoms down and sides straight. In this instant, as we are lifted, the girl actually has to stick her bum out in order to get a good solid seat on the guy's shoulder. If I don't, what will happen is I will slide forward off his shoulder and he won't be able to sustain that lift.
You want to create a tabletop with a shoulder, so obviously you can't just, magic it out of nowhere, but it does help to shift along with the neck and to make her be as comfortable as she can be. Okay, so a fish dive is also a most common lift, which you'll see during ballets, end of finishing positions, things like that. And this is just seen from a first arabesque down into a fish. Now this can go wrong in particular areas. The ballerina's back can drop, which can be quite dangerous if I'm not cradling her upper body in the right way. Also, if I'm not square myself, I can rotate her out so the line is distorted.
Whoa! Yeah, and again, it's those back muscles that I was talking about in the promenade. Keep them really strong, so as not to let it go. And obviously the face hit the floor, not ideal, and also doesn't look very nice at the end of the ballet.
No. This, the fish dive is seen quite commonly in the Nutcracker with the shoulder sit, which we did.
Yeah, it just kind of demonstrates how some of these lifts can actually blend into one another and be combined to make something even more effective and more impressive.